welcome to the Hampden Football Netball League Junior Show for this week. Joining us, as they always do each and every week, is Georgia Gilmore. Georgia, good evening.
Good to see you, Foss.
It is good to see me. We'll get to that in a minute. And, of course, from the Warrnambool Football Netball Club and GWS Rebels, we'll have a little bit of chat about that very shortly too. Reggie Mars, good evening.
Good evening to you too.
Good on you, mate. You're right, Georgie. You're spot on. Now, I let you guys down a couple of weeks ago. I got the message late from our football director, Matty Stewart, who incidentally is sunning himself in Bali at the moment, so he's having a bit of a spell. Got the late call up, got stuck at work, and never made it into the studio, and only found out tonight, Reggie, that you guys didn't even know I was coming. So a little bit of misunderstanding, but nevertheless we're here tonight, Georgia, so that's the most important thing. Guys, we'll just quickly touch on last week's split round, of course. Warrnambool, Georgia, in a really exciting game in the 17 and unders, defeated the Hamilton Kangaroos 36-35, so an entertaining contest there. Yeah,
it was a shame I actually couldn't catch the game. I was keeping updated on the live results, so yeah, it seemed like a really close game. I feel like Warrnambool come back from, I think, about down by 8, so yeah, it was a really good comeback for them. And
Koroit, they were big winners over Camperdown, and our special guest will tell us a little bit about that shortly, Eliza O'Neill. So a big win, Koroit, 74-13. So the Saints obviously pretty strong.
Yeah, the Saints are pretty strong. No surprises that they were very tough against Camperdown, but yeah, I'm sure it was a good game.
And Reggie, for you, mate, GWS Rebels last Sunday up at the Reed Oval. I was just mentioning to you off air, must have been a little bit more comforting just playing a home game and not have to travel, and you guys had a good victory.
Yeah, it's definitely a good game. 5th versus 6 by percentage, so it was, we didn't expect to roll on by that much, but yeah, everyone, even the local boys stepped up. Connor Byrne kicked 5 goals, so good to see.
I was going to say 17-14, 1-1-6 to 6-4-40, a very comprehensive victory. And as you said, Connor Byrne from Koroit in good form with 5 goals. I think you might have snagged a couple yourself, did you, or one at least?
No, I had one shot to hit the post. So
no, that's no good.
Yeah.
In the midfield, playing?
I played on the wing actually that morning.
Good.
I found out, so just something a bit different.
Should ask you about that. You went up and played in the interleague game up in Ballarat and played in the midfield, and I think you've had a couple of runs through there with Warrnambool. So obviously a little bit less pressure on you to play midfield rather than a key position, especially at a young age.
Yeah, well, when you go up there, everyone gets a lot bigger and that sort of thing, so it just becomes a bit more natural to go into the middle. I've usually played there with the Rebels too, so yeah, it's good.
And obviously hoping to hold your spot this week. Who do you play this week?
We've got the Northern Knights, so yeah, hopefully the team doesn't change too much and keep playing.
Beautifully done, mate. And and of course you can come back and qualify for the under 18 and a half team for the Blues, because I think they're sitting second on the ladder at the moment, so they'll certainly play finals, so you'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, they'll definitely push into the finals even without our senior boys coming back, so yeah, it'd be good to have us back and hopefully go as far as we can.
Beautifully done. And Georgia, just going to ask yourself, the ladies' footy is in full swing, and it's finals time, and a couple of very good results for your club, the South Warrnambool Roosters, because you've got both the senior women and the under 18 women straight into the grand final. The under 18 girls had a big win, 7-12-54 to the Horsham Demons, just one behind, and South Warrnambool 7-11-53 again defeated the Horsham Demons 2-1-13. So good, a very good couple of wins there for the girls, and straight into a grand final. And I think the senior girls, I'm not sure about the under 18s, the senior girls, or is it the under 18 girls going for back-to-back premiers? I think it might be the under 18s.
Yeah, I think it is the under 18s. It's really good to see South really getting up about with the girls' footy. I feel like a lot of the time the boys' footy just gets focused on, so it's good that the South girls are given a real good crack.
Absolutely. Girls, Georgia and Reggie. Of course, our program can't take place without our great sponsors, and we've got plenty of them for the Hampden Football Netball League Junior online show. McDonald's, City Power, Powercore, Lindot Living, Sungold Milk, Southwest TAFE, Lucas Brothers Butchers, Fresher, R&M Security, Southwest Tools and Industrial out there in Rooney's Road, the Warrnambool Football Netball Club, and of course our great friends here at Fitz Media Production, and Silver Ball Studios. Guys, we're going to go to a guest. We haven't got a footy guest tonight. Unfortunately, your man was unavailable, Reggie, so we've just got the one netball guest tonight, guys, and it's we're going to go all the way down to Camperdown, and it's a Camperdown name synonymous with the club, and we welcome Eliza O'Neill.
Hi.
How are you, Eliza?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Now, I've got to ask you straight off the back. Are you the Rock's sister?
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say. Great family name, the O'Neill name down at Camperdown. So, not the greatest results for you girls last weekend against Koroit. And you were saying off air that you haven't had the greatest year in terms of success, sitting on bottom of the ladder, but at the same time, you must be enjoying your time playing netball in the Hampton Football Netball League.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty tough this season. Like, we're probably getting slaughtered every single week, but we come back every week and play our hardest and just don't look at the scoreboard. It's been an okay season, but we're just going to get back there next season.
Who are some people around the club that have really helped you netball and to just stay positive throughout the season?
Oh, I mean everyone, like all the coaches are all there, and the supporters that come every single week. That's also very helpful for every single game.
What are some of the learnings you've taken out of the losses? Obviously, you're going to learn a lot. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just not all about the scoreboard. It's really just about how you play, how you perform, and how your team goes, more just than just if you're dominating someone.
What position do you play and what's your preferred position if you could play somewhere else?
Yeah, well, I've been chucked down to the attacking end this season actually, so I've been all the way to centre, wing attack, goal attack, and goal shooter. But I do love my defence, and goalkeeper is usually my preferred position.
have you played up in any grades this year?
Yeah, so I've been very lucky enough to play Div 1 and get some quarters up there.
Who are some people to look out for in your team?
Or, I mean, everyone has a good hot crack, but, you know, Isle Fleming and Grace Roberts are definitely ones to have a look at.
Who would you say your funniest teammate is?
Or, I mean, we all have a bit of a laugh, but, yeah, I would have to probably say Isle Fleming again.
Eliza, obviously we're getting to the pointy end of the season, just a couple of games left after this split round is finished, and you guys have got this week off. From a 17 and under point of view, who do you think is the team to beat, and who do you think may play off in the big one in the grand final in September?
Yeah, I would have to say Croat. They've always been strong, and they're probably just gonna beat it.
Who's been some of your harder opponents that you've played on?
Yeah, see, well, I don't really know, just because I'm, again, playing shooter and attacking end, so I'm still learning that position, so every opponent I'm come up against is pretty tough.
And Eliza, I just noticed in the background there a couple of nice photos of the Geelong Premiership Herald Sun prints. The whole family Geelong supporters, I hope?
No, well, I'm actually using my brother's room to get the quiet, but no, we're not all Geelong supporters. Me and Dad are actually Richmond and Luke's Essendon and the rest of
Yeah, okay. Well, I think your brother's on the right foot anyway. So, yeah, he's certainly heading in the right direction. Although the Cats aren't having a great year this year. Eliza, what's on for this weekend with no netball?
I don't know, just probably get a good sleep in and catch up with friends.
So I've heard you're the captain of your team. How do you find the leadership role?
Yeah, well, at the start I was pretty oblivious of what to do, but it's more just like supporting the teammates, especially with all our losses, and just keeping everyone's heads up. But yeah, it's been really fun, the role, and just really honoured to be it.
And you've got one of the absolute icons of Hampton Football Netball League netball down there, of course, Tracy Baker. Eliza, does Tracy still get around the girls and have a little bit to do on game day, because she played a massive amount of games herself as an absolute brilliant netballer? So does Tracy still get about?
Oh yeah, you see her pop around once in a while, but again, she's got things to do and can't always pop around. But yeah, you always do come and see and support the girls.
Well, she certainly did that over a long period of time, and I'm sure that any opportunity she gets, you get back to the club. Eliza, thanks very much for joining us tonight, and look, all the best for the remainder of the season. And you just got to keep in mind that you've got to go through the tough times to appreciate the good times in sport sometimes, and I'm sure that your turn will come very, very soon. So keep up the good work. We wish you all the best for the remainder of the season, and good luck to the Camperdown Magpies.
Thank you.
Beautifully done. That's Eliza O'Neill. So, obviously a pretty good player herself, Georgia. And as I said, the good times will come. I'm I'm tipping, I'm not sure about yourself, whether you've been through some tough times. The Roosters are generally pretty strong up there at the friendly, so, mate, you may not have, but certainly, I don't know how, Reggie, you're only young, you guys too, so... yeah, I know that footy-wise, I went through some tough times, and they make the good times when you have them. It certainly makes them more enjoyable. So I'm sure that Eliza's turn will come.
That's certainly right, and it seems like she's a very versatile player as well. So I'm sure she'll get opportunities anywhere she goes.
Beautifully done, Reggie. We've had the two games, of course. Last week we had the split round, Koroit and Camperdown out at Victoria Park in Koroit and Warrnambool. The Blues, well, they hit back strongly. You all got your boys on Saturday against the Hamilton Kangaroos, which was good to see. We've got the remainder of games this week, guys. Portland, they host Cobden. From a footy point of view, an under-18 point of view, I'll ask you, Reggie, how do you think that one will pan out?
Yeah, I'm not sure that could go either way. I'm sure Portland probably put a few of their boys back from the seniors to the 18s because their seniors would be out, so I think it could be really close because Cobden got a good side.
Port Fairy host North Warrnambool. I think Port Fairy aren't going too bad at under-18 level. If I have a quick look at the ladder here, no, they're so they've won a half a dozen games, and North just the 7 games. So this will be a pretty tight contest too.
Yeah, I think the two teams will be very competitive, both pretty physical sides. So I'd pick North just to come out on top, though. I think they got the edge.
It is a big game for North because they sit just one game outside the 5. So if they drop this one, their chances of making the 5 would be pretty remote. Port Fairy still a mathematical chance, but probably not likely, given the fact that they're in 8th position with a percentage of just over 90. So you wouldn't think they could make the 5 even if they... well, I guess they could, but so they certainly can't drop this one against the North Warrnambool Eagles. And South Warrnambool, they host Tring Mortlake up at the Friendly Societies Park.
Yeah, well, South obviously probably set the tone this year in the under-18, so I'm going to back them in. But Terang have definitely got some good, solid young players coming through.
So just the one loss and a draw for the Roosters. Who was that loss and who was the draw against? Can you
we beat them in the under-18s, actually, and I can't remember who they drew to.
Actually, I can tell you because it's Hamilton. So Hamilton, who is currently sitting in 3rd position. So the ladder as it sits at the moment, Reggie, South Warrnambool, Hamilton, the Koroit Saints and Cobden. So... we're going to have a nice mix of clubs in the finals from an under-18 point of view, which is terrific. Georgia, the netball, 17 and unders, Portland against Cobden.
I feel like that would be a close game. I haven't played either team for a while, so it'll be interesting that game. I feel like Cobden might come away with the win because especially they were pretty tough when we played them up in Cobden, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to go Cobden on that one.
And over at Gardens Oval, Port Fairy and North Warrnambool. How do you see that one?
I'm going to go for North Warrnambool on that one purely because I feel like they've just had a better season than Port Fairy this season, but yeah, so probably North.
And I've got to ask you, there's no need to ask you, but you guys are up against Tring Mortlake up at the Friendlies at home. And should be a great day, both from a netball point of view and from a footy point of view up there. Looking forward to, it's our broadcast game on Hampden League Live, so looking forward to getting up there. Got a little function on myself, actually, a 1983 Reserves Premiership reunion, would you believe? So we're going to have a chat to Ice Kelson about that a little bit very, very shortly in the senior show. So no doubt that you think you can get the chocolates.
Look, well, I'd love to say it. We've got nothing to lose, but yeah, Terang are going to be a very tough team to play, especially since we've got a couple players out. But hopefully we can get it done because we really need some extra wins.
Beautifully done. Well, that's about it, guys, from a junior point of view for this week. As I said, it is the continuation of our round 15 clashes with just 3 games remaining after this, and then we're into the finals, which is going to be very, very exciting. George, you're all the best for the weekend, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Poss.
I got here tonight, which is the most important thing. And Reggie, GWS Rebels, I assume that well, let's hope you hold your spot. I'm sure you will. You travel to...
Preston Oval is where the game's at, so somewhere up in Melbourne.
Yeah, so obviously a little bit more travel for you this on Sunday game?
Saturday.
Saturday game, okay. All the best with that, mate. And how many games remaining in the...
The same as Hampton, so 3 to go, I think.
And you guys are in the finals, the GWS Rebels?
Yeah, I'd say so. We're sitting 6th. So, 5th now, actually, sorry. So, yeah, I think we'll be in the finals.
So a little bit of juggling to do, depending on your form, of course, and how things pan out at the Blues and the Rebels. But, yeah, good luck on Saturday, and let's hope that you get another victory and play very well. So thanks for your time, guys. And until next week, where the great Matthew Stewart will be back on deck, we think. We'll catch you all again. Enjoy the footy on Saturday.